everybody. Hello, everybody. This is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports, coming to you with a new segment I am calling Masked at Midnight. And it's just something I've been thinking about lately. And now that I got me a official Mexican mask from Mexico, I thought I would try out a new segment. And what Masked at Midnight is all about, it is about topics that I spend hours and hours of thinking about. And when I'm up late at night and can't sleep and I have sports stuff on my mind, this is going to be Masked at Midnight. Now, the first topic I want to talk to you in this episode is the NBA Draft Lottery. Now, I watched the NBA Draft Lottery a couple of nights ago, and I was very, very displeased when I saw that the Cleveland Cavaliers won the first overall pick, which would be the second time in 3 years. Now what I'm wondering is how can this be? Why is this happening? And it goes to show you that the NBA is trying to play babysitter, trying to play fair to certain teams. I think that the NBA is trying to play fair to the Cleveland Cavaliers because the Cavaliers have lost a tremendous amount of revenue and ticket sales and what's the word I'm looking for? Talent, because of LeBron James leaving 3 years ago. Now, last year it was the same thing. The New Orleans Hornets traded away Chris Paul to the Los Angeles Clippers after the NBA nixed multiple trades with the Lakers. So as we all know, last year the New Orleans Hornets got the first overall pick in the NBA draft and had multiple picks throughout the draft and are in the process of rebuilding their team. You know, in every single sport it seems like, in the NFL, well, I should say just use the NFL as an example. The NFL does it right. Whoever is the worst team gets the first overall pick. That's how it should be in the NBA. And every other sport for that matter. Because there's teams out there like the Charlotte Bobcats, the Washington Wizards, the Detroit Pistons, who get shafted every year in the lottery. Like, you would think if the NBA was going to cater to a certain team, they would cater to the Charlotte Bobcats. And the only reason I say that is because the Bobcats are owned by Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan is the greatest NBA player in the history of the NBA, but his team absolutely sucks. And you would think that if it was rigged, which, believe me, a lot of people think it is right now, you would think it would be rigged towards the greatest name in basketball history. But I see what the NBA is doing here. They're trying to make up for Cleveland losing LeBron. They did the same thing with the Hornets last year when they, lost Chris Paul the previous offseason. It's a matter of rigging the system to try and be fair to those who lost big superstars. But like I said, it's the team's decision to trade these players. You know, it was Cleveland's decision not to give LeBron more money or build around him. It was New Orleans' decision to trade Chris Paul. So why punish other teams like the Bobcats and the Wizards and the Pistons? You know, and I'm probably sure I could name a few others. Why punish those teams when they're doing all that they can to try and have a good franchise? So, again, let me be blunt. Do I think the NBA draft lottery is rigged? At this point, I would say yes. Because it's too obvious to me that the NBA is playing favorites and trying to please certain owners because they feel bad about losing, you know, their star players. So that's a lot. That's what's been on my mind the last 2 nights. Again, this is going to be my new segment whenever I have continuous thoughts in my head about a certain topic. Again, it's going to be called Masked at Midnight. And obviously, this is your host, Hollywood Joe, from Hollywood's World of Sports. Remembering that controversy doesn't come without criticism, and we are your source for all things sports.